Hi, Phil here with Melnick Motors in Beausejour. Just wanted to go through, we were going to give you a little bit of information in regards to the vehicle safety information that's recently been published by the University of Michigan and the Research Institute for Transportation. So what they did is they took about 3.7 million accident situations, went through the data that was compiled by police and emergency services in the US, and they tried to quantify which emergency features in vehicles actually mitigate or reduce the incidence of crashes the most effectively. There's been a lot of talk recently in terms of autonomous vehicles, etc., but a lot of our vehicles also have a suite of safety features that can help keep you safe. So which of those safety features typically tend to be the most beneficial? This is going to be just a bit of a broad view of the summary to give you a bit of an insight into some of those things. The actual study goes a lot more detailed, and these are results that can be found on the University of Michigan Transportation Research Institute study. The specific name of that study or the report is 2019-6. So if you're interested in getting more details, either come into our dealership or visit them online. Now, one of the things is they talked about high intensity discharge headlights. Sometimes we overlook the importance of headlights. The National Transportation Safety Institute has been looking at headlights, not just from the way they appear. We know that people are concerned with the appearance of the vehicles and things like that, and headlights can make a big difference to how a vehicle looks and its visibility. But what does that do for the driver? So high intensity discharge headlamps are one of the features that a lot of our vehicles feature. Other types of headlights you'll see, depending on the trim levels in the marketplace, tend to be either the LED lights in some cases. Now, LED can be for the headlights as well as other accent lights, brake lights, etc. One of the good features about an LED is not just the light output, but the fact that they're typically very durable and long-lasting, low power consumption. Halogen bulbs are another kind of a replacement for what we typically considered the sealed beam headlights. Those lights typically produce quite a bit of a lot of heat because of the way they generate the light, and sometimes they're not as long-lived. But some of the high-intensity discharge headlights not only last longer, they can also produce tones of light that are easier for people to see, and that can be beneficial. So in this case, the reduction from having high intensity discharge headlights was about 21%, and that's in regards to crashes with pedestrians and animals and that type of thing. So that's a significant finding in that regard. IntelliBeam headlights, that's the name for GMC's proprietary headlight system that automatically turns your high beams on and off. Now, other manufacturers have that. You may say, well, is that really worth it? How does it help? In this instance, they found that it actually reduced the crashes by about 35%. So it shows that sometimes as motorists, we're not as attentive as an automated system would be. In regards to forward braking and automatic collision alert, which sometimes are in a suite of products, a suite of features, they were found to reduce crashes by up to 46%. Now, there's various ways manufacturers do these systems, put them together. They can be to have maximum brake force, they can pre-charge the system, some of those things. But what they're all combined to do is try to alert or assist the driver in shortening their stopping distance and hopefully either avoiding the collision altogether or lessening the severity. So forward collision alert on its own in terms of rear end crashes was found to help in terms of that automated system about 21% reduction. Lane keep assist with lane departure warning. So some systems have a warning that lets you know that you're drifting out of your lane. Others have a warning as well as a system to help nudge you or get you back into your lane. So in this particular example, they were using both systems together. They found a 20% reduction in crashes. Lane change alert with side blind zone alert. Now, manufacturers call this a number of things. It can be a blind zone or a blind spot system, whether they alert you in the mirror or other systems. Some vehicles might have a seat that vibrates. If there's someone in your zone, they might show it on the camera on the center, that type of thing. So there are a number of systems out there. Typically they're radar based, and they may also show you the image in a camera as well. Now, in that instance, that lane change alert with blind zone alert reduced crashes by 26%. Rear vision cameras have been known to reduce the backup crashing incidents by about 21%. Some vehicles will have very sophisticated cameras. They'll also, in some cases, have parking alerts, back bumpers, sometimes front bumpers, front corners, etc. Typically, those little discs you see on a bumper is an indicator that you'll have a parking sensor. They're radar based. They help you know that you're in the proximity to something when you're moving. If it's, for example, a backup camera situation, when you're backing up, it will be engaged, possibly the camera as well as the sensors. Sometimes you can defeat those sensors as well with a system in your infotainment or your control system. When would you do that? Likely when you're in tight confines in your garage or something and you know where you are, but it's always advisable if you're out and about in the public that you keep that on to keep yourself safe. So those backup systems, rear view cameras, about 21%, rear park assist, about 38%. So those can help each other, overlapping systems like that. Now there's also something in the marketplace now that is rear cross traffic alert. In addition to cameras, typically a rear cross traffic alert will sense traffic coming a bit further away from either the left or the right, and it typically engages when you have your vehicle in reverse. It's usually radar based, and it can help when you're coming out of a parking spot or something and you're cut off and you can't see properly. Well, if you can't see properly, oftentimes a camera doesn't have a field of view, so it will help you either. The radar systems being situated in or near the back bumpers are further back, and they're also angled at a way that they can pick up cross traffic, and that can help so you don't back into someone inadvertently when they're coming across the stream of traffic. So those systems helped in about 52% of backing crashes. Now, reverse automatic braking with rear cross traffic alert and rear vision camera and rear park assist. So that's a whole suite of systems. Not all vehicles have this, of course, but some have some of them or all of them. In that incident, with a complete suite of products, you're going to reduce your likelihood of a crash by 81%. So there are a lot of ways to reduce your likelihood of a crash, hopefully reduce your incidence of injury, costly repairs, etc. So if you want to have more information on this, don't hesitate to stop by our dealership at Melnick Motors. Stay safe. Have a great day.